What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, That Guy Mile High, tuning back in for episode 46 of the Kush Coughfee Morning Show. Gang, 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 gang. And as you can see, actually, first off, let me make a note. We are on live right now. We are live. This is the first Kush Coughfee Morning Show live. We're only just kind of testing it out at the end of season 1 here. So be ready. Make sure you're a member. So in season 2, you can be a part of all these morning shows as they happen. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But let's get to this, man. We got Turner One Take with us today as usual. Shout out to you, brother. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How about you, bro?
Chilling, man. We got Derek Royce. Yes, if you have not seen the Derek Royce interview, he's back. My dog is back. You know what I'm saying? That was a dope interview. Yeah, man, I'm glad that y'all came and turned up. We got Preacher. We got to get you in here for an interview too. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like on some real, you have a very interesting, I feel like, situation amongst you. And I just want to hear your story and how you kind of got to the position that you're in, honestly. But and we're waiting on one more. We got Tune. He's missing. He's supposed to be in that seat. He'll be on his way, or he is on his way. He's on his way. But yo, shout out to you, Eric, the ninja behind the mic.
Yes,
how you
sir.
doing this morning?
I'm all right, man. How you feeling?
I'm chilling, bro.
That's right. It's Monday. I feel good.
Monday.
He's not a ninja no more.
Oh yeah, that's right. If y'all watch
Made the appearance, bro. I've been trying not to get in
him. Look, if you watch the Tune interview, I'm gonna let y'all on a little secret. You want to see the ninja behind the mic? Go and watch the Tune interview. There's I don't know exactly where it is in there. You just gotta watch it.
Watch the whole
But he
shit.
switches out my mic.
All of it.
Right, the whole thing. He switches out my mic, and you can see a little glimpse of the ninja behind the mic over there. You dig what I'm saying? Shout out to the content creation studio and all the sponsors that help make this possible. You dig. But look, I got a joke for y'all. I only got one, so hopefully you got one too.
I got one.
We're running low. We need to start making up some new jokes. All right, my neighbor just got arrested for growing marijuana.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I didn't realize where my property line ended.
I saw that one. I was this close to picking that one, bro. I saw it.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What do the French use slang for cannabis?
Spliff. I don't know.
Weed. See, we. Yeah. You know, you see what I did there? Yeah, we.
Yeah, I got it.
We.
Have you seen that TikTok where it's like we? And the little dude's just like, it says, where, Mom, where's all your money going? And the kid just with his money. Weed. Weed. All the weed.
Hell yeah.
But yo, let's just jump into this, man. I'm excited. I'm really. This is the dopest like little group.
Hell yeah.
I feel
Facts.
like we've had so
This is
far
dope,
on the
bro.
morning show. You know what I'm
this is
saying?
hard. Yeah,
We got a nice
you.
little group right here.
The energy's cool.
Yeah, indeed. But let's jump into this, man. Y'all know anything of the royal family?
Not really.
Like in England?
Yeah.
No shit about them besides they royal.
That's it. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Look,
I know they basically the English Kardashians.
There you go.
Bruh. Look,
There you go.
Well, they're dealing with some racism. So Meghan Markle and the Prince Harry have come out and said that there are some racist people in the royal family. My whole thing when I saw it was
surprise.
Right,
What's the surprise, bro? Like, okay, why is this making headlines? Like,
that's what I was trying to figure out. I was like,
They're royal
Wait.
white people.
exactly,
like,
bro. Like,
yeah,
what do you
England.
expect?
sorry, but that's real. Like I was just like, I feel like we all knew that already. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
come on. Like, think about all the hassle Prince Harry got when he was like engaged to Meghan and shit. Like, come on, we knew there was racism in that motherfucker.
Just look at their noses.
Just look at their noses.
look
But on a serious note though, because it's really not funny. But Meghan has come out and like did a whole Oprah interview, and she said that it got so bad, or it's so bad that she actually has contemplated suicide because of it.
shit.
Oh,
That's
damn.
crazy, huh?
Yeah.
But I mean, again, are you shocked when they like the way that they treated her from like the beginning and kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like questioned a lot of the motive and everything. You know what I mean? So crazy.
Not surprised.
Not surprised at all.
Surprised though.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, huh? Okay.
Is she from there?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, or Vontae
No,
said,
I think she's from here.
See, you know more than me.
I
'Cause
think.
all I know
Don't
is that
quote
it's
me.
the royal
I don't know, I
family,
think.
and I know that
'Cause I think they
Meghan was
moved here.
not necessarily supposed to be a part of it. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's all I know is there was a lot of question and speculation when they were getting married or engaged.
Right.
You know, like I just remember it being just hella big in the tabloids and shit. But aside from that, like I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about that whole situation, but I just know that I don't think any of us were shocked to know that there was racism going on in the royal family.
Yeah, not at all.
Come on now. Like, come on now.
And they all like old as shit.
Stuck in their ways. Goddamn.
Oh man. Well, let's jump into this cannabis news, man. We didn't have a whole lot going on this weekend, actually. You know, just the same kind of like states that have been doing their thing, turning up and, you know, trying to pass bills that have been in conversations and stuff like that. So hopefully they do pass those. But something down came out of California though, is they had a bunch of convictions, marijuana convictions that were officially reduced or dismissed.
It's about time.
Yeah,
Damn,
you know what I'm
hell
saying?
yeah.
It's
Good
about
shit.
time they finally like push through with all that stuff.
New or old ones?
Both. So if it was like new ones that they could, you know, just
Those are probably
dismiss
getting
and throw
dropped,
them
yeah.
out. Yeah, they're
Yep.
just throwing them out and getting rid of it. If it was an old one, you're able to like go and, you know, get it expunged and taken off your record and, you know, all that good stuff,
dope.
so that it's not affecting you moving forward. You know what I'm saying? It's still going to cost you a little bit of money to get it off. But,
Facts.
you know, they ain't going to let it off that easy. But yeah.
There's a chance to do it,
There's
though.
a
That's
chance
good.
to
Yeah,
do it.
hell
Now
yeah.
you have that
That's dope.
opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to
Facts.
California for making shit happen.
Hey.
God damn it.
Follow that. Follow the lead.
Yeah,
You know, for real.
yeah, really shit. California's got a lot to catching up to do. Not gonna lie.
It's the Wild Wild
The whole
West, bro.
East Coast.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta start taking notes too.
see, but the East Coast, at least when they're going legal, they're not like dealing with as much shit as like California, who should be like a pioneer in the game,
Facts.
is
For
dealing
sure.
with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like Cali's whole whole market is just still so black and gray, you know, or black and white, that it's just like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Or not black and white, it's gray. They black the black and white part. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just super gray. Like that we were just talking about a dispensary I think it was 2 weeks ago, that had been operating in California with no license for like 2-3 years in the
Yeah.
same spot, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was just, I'm gonna set up shop,
Yeah, that's
and just was selling weed. You know what I'm saying? Like
For 2 years?
like bro, years.
Bro,
like,
it's crazy.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
there's reports like obviously of hella people who will go set up shop just to like sell a harvest and then, you know, dip
And
off
then bounce.
Yeah,
Yep,
start
yep,
up
yep.
another shit 2 blocks down the road and shit when they next harvest, and you know they'll keep just jumping, and so that it's harder to catch them. But yeah, there was people who just literally no licenses, no nothing, just set up shop.
They said run it. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
just selling weed, doing their thing, bro. Like one day we'll get a license. Like yeah,
Till then, I'm setting up shop right here.
Yep. Mexico. Have y'all heard about the Mexico trying to not just decriminalize but legalize and everything else, and trying to become like one of the largest markets for cannabis in the world, actually?
Really?
Yeah. Mexico is trying.
I mean,
they're moving.
I didn't think it was criminalized.
well, I see what you're saying.
I
But
see
there's
exactly what you're saying.
But there's
Yeah.
definitely there was hella rules down there. It was actually illegal up until just recently, but now like they're making it legal so they can make money off of it.
Yeah.
But two, now it actually gives opportunity for, you know, all the smaller farmers who were helping out with the cartels and all that stuff to, you know, have a brick
Go
and mortar
legit,
and
yeah.
go legit.
How you think that's gonna go down with
the
them?
the cartel's still just
Still
gonna
get
own
their
it?
cut. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
the cartel's still involved in it.
Absolutely.
It's still gonna be 100% controlled by them.
Right.
It ain't gonna be no normal motherfucker.
It ain't gonna
owning
be
no
like these
dispensary.
people
No.
from here going
Nah,
out there.
Hell fucking
No, but the one thing that they are trying to do though, and I think this is in response to that, right, is because anyone who's a local is gonna already have the pressure, you know, from the cartels, and they already know what the complications and, you know, shit's gonna happen to them. Whereas Mexico, they're trying to get an import situation started, not so much export yet, but the import, because they do want to encourage larger companies and other businesses to come in. Right, and I think that would be the response to the cartels, because if you got the
I
big,
wouldn't go over there.
if you got the big,
I'm like,
I'm not saying I would either.
Right now.
Not saying I
Hell
would
no.
either.
The weed companies out here, shit, they be all nice and friendly.
Bruh, it's super
You go
friendly.
out
Some
there,
spots will give you
it
free
ain't
weed and
gonna
stuff
be
because they just
like
feel
that.
bad for you. Be like, oh, you got chronic illness?
You
Oh,
fuck
here.
around and turn some weed down, might get your finger chopped off.
Straight up.
This is garbage. What? Oh
They
yeah.
gonna tell you what you're gonna buy.
Yep. You're gonna like this one, and you're gonna pay this much too.
Yep.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
I want weed that grew this.
And then Jamaica too. Y'all heard blah 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 blah. Have y'all heard about the Jamaican market trying to like
It was
really
illegal
be the
down there
hub.
too?
Yeah, up until recently.
I thought that shit grew everywhere.
It does. And motherfuckers was still growing it and using it and smoking it and doing what they did, but it was technically illegal. But now, yeah, they're even on the same page of like, all right, cool, let's legalize this shit. Let's get real legitimate businesses. And their goal is to, just like Mexico, but only they've like really set it where it's like, yo, we're going to try to be the cannabis hub
of the world type
of the
shit.
world, because they're able to, in Jamaica, there's a couple companies operating down there already. They're producing a pound of weed between like 80 and $100, bro, of quality.
Really? That's crazy.
Like not just like the bullshit because it was just easy to grow. Like no, they just have the perfect climate,
book my flight.
got everything. Yeah, bro, bro. That's what I said. I was like, what? So you said I can smoke the gas, but what? Yeah. I spend like $100 like every week and a half or so, week on weed. Like what the fuck? I see Easer, right, for the whole P. I'm with it. I'm with the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like
with
this.
the shit.
I like this.
Yeah, but yeah, they just have the perfect climate. Like, especially when you talk about like taking the technology of like the greenhouse stuff and some of like the urban or more modern day technologies with like the watering systems and all that type of shit, and then incorporating it with their already great climate and, you know, fucking great sun light and everything else that they got down there. You know what I'm saying? And now you're cutting your like bills in like thirds, bro. Like fucking stupid. You know, because you got to think out here, the reason why the price of weed is so high is because the cost of it once it's all said and done is, you know, they're producing a pound for anywhere like I'd say $450 to $1,000, depending on how big your grow is and, you know, just other factors. But that's a huge difference to sit there and be like, oh yeah, I could produce it for a fourth of what your cheapest person out there is doing it for. Naturally. And it's going to be just as gas.
That's going to be good for both of those places' economies, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I think that's what they see. Like I said, the only thing that I see happening with Jamaica is them running out of space.
Yeah.
It's an island.
Yep.
You only got so much you can grow.
Coast to coast.
Yeah.
I mean, is there multiple islands out there?
I mean, there are, but I mean, again, you're gonna run out of space. Like I think all of Jamaica's little like
And
all the places
island
next.
a different like regulations and
That
shit?
is something I don't know 100%.
That's a good question.
We'd have to look that up. I don't know, but again, you're gonna run out of space. I still don't think all of the Jamaica and all the islands surrounding it is even as much land as like what Mexico's got.
Facts.
Like
I don't know if
half.
Jamaica would be able to supply the whole world with everything because of that, bro.
Well, and that's what the one thing I was thinking too. Remember we've talked about it. I was like, I think that'd be the only thing that would lack is they would be that person that would be able to supply the markets or help cushion the markets that couldn't, you know, provide for themselves. You know, like 100%. Because there's definitely are those markets who, you know, the supply is definitely nowhere near the demand. So they would be able to kind of come in and cushion the blow and be like, here's a little couple extra pounds. You know what I'm saying?
For the low, too.
For the low, for the low.
Exactly.
And be able to, you know, kind of help those markets that need a little bit of help. But yeah, you know, there's nothing else to it. Until they fucking get the shit fully done, like we won't really know what is gonna happen or how it's gonna look. Especially as we have other countries that are trying to like legalize and do their thing. So really, there may not even necessarily be a need to be an export, you know, or import-export situation unless we just want to trade and have different weed from around the country or around the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got the Jamaica shelf, like how coffee is now. Where it's like you don't have to, you know what I'm saying, like necessarily buy coffee from all these different places because you can just get it from home. It's not necessarily good, but you know, there's enough of it around the world that you could just trade and you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the only thing that I see, like, you know, is that kind of having those applications where it's like, oh, we can have weed that was grown in the United States. We got Jamaica weed, Mexican weed. Like, and it was really just have, you know what I'm saying? Just have like these region grown weeds to just put on shelf. You know
So
what
no
I'm
more Mexican redwood.
No more brick.
No
more brick weed.
No more of the brick. It's gonna come out looking good now. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? We are past those days.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
When was the last time you smoked some Reggie?
Bro, fucking probably like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, real shit. Because you know right now, if you, like, well, for the longest, actually, if you get caught with Reggie, you'll get in more trouble than just having some good sack, my nigga.
Because they know you.
Because they know it's not legal.
exactly.
They know. Oh, come on, man. You smoking this trash and we legalized it for you? You deserve
What
it.
are you doing?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's some mid-pack shit.
Mid-pack,
That
I
is
know
sure.
some old
shit.
lady that still get the cess though.
Look, well,
No
she-
shit.
She still get
But
the
the key thing you just said was old lady. All the old heads.
That's
And I'm
all
sorry,
they
I don't
can
mean to
take.
say that in like no negative way.
Like
Right. But I was gonna
Exactly. It's
say,
too
all
strong.
the old heads
Yeah.
have said that though. Like I know so many old heads. There's only a few of like the old heads that I know that are like
That'll keep
that
up.
will- that will
Yeah.
out dab some motherfuckers,
Hell yeah.
out smoke some motherfuckers. But for the most part, you're right. Majority of them are like, no, I miss the old weed back in the day, the Acapulco Golds, and you know what I'm saying, that Panama Red and shit. Like, oh, Golden Goat, yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's funny as fuck. But
fuck that. I don't.
it's you know it's so crazy.
None of that shit.
And speaking of that, what would y'all feel if the government put a fucking THC limit on your cannabis? Like, to basically just telling dispensaries you cannot produce cannabis with THC.
I'd go back
over
to the
this.
dude that was selling out the back for 2
There
years.
you
Going
go.
back to the black market?
Black market. Yep. Hell yeah.
It depends on what the limit is.
Well, that's how I feel. It's already at a limit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I
'Cause
feel
I know
like
they
naturally we've kind of hit a limit without making genetically modified non-GMO weed.
Right.
That's some shit, right? Have you heard of that? We're genetically modifying weed without making it GMOs.
It's very
Look,
confusing.
both of y'all's heads just
it's-
blew up.
It's very confusing.
Right, that doesn't even make sense, does it? That's an oxymoron in itself.
So I talked to JD about that, and he'll put you on about. I
I'm
guess they've
sure-
been trying to do
Look,
this shit for a long
for the
time,
longest.
type shit.
And,
yeah.
and the reason why it's not a non-G or not a GMO is I read into it more, and it's literally just because they're using materials that are already cannabis related, like it came from the cannabis plant. They're basically just manipulating itself within itself. So they're not bringing a foreign body
exactly.
from outside into.
They're just messing with the
genetic
DNA.
cell. Yeah, they
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
are just playing God, is what
With
they're
plants.
doing with plants.
Yep.
They're literally just being like, oh, this plant is like great, except for it molds and it's fucking weak and doesn't produce enough buds. Cool. They'll go in and, fuck with your fucking genetic code in there for a second. Like, all right, you should be fixed now.
We're straight.
And then grow you again, and now you're all the same things you were, except for now you don't have mold problems. Now you fucking have the biggest buds in the room, and you're fucking ready to go. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No old ladies want to smoke your weed.
None.
Right. But yeah, that's crazy, huh? But yeah, they're trying to basically put a cap on THC.
So they're trying to do this. It's just as
yeah, this hasn't. Right, this is just in conversation. They haven't done it yet. But
No,
it's
now
a
that's
lot
the
of
mid pack
conversation.
shit. Straight up, hell no.
Mid-pack shit. Yeah, but they're trying to. There's a hella
You gonna
proposals,
smoke
bro.
it when it first come out?
I mean, it's still gonna just be weed. You just won't be able, if it
I
tests.
was like, I don't even buy the
If I
iPhone.
know,
when it
if I
first
know
come
it's
out.
that,
Look, my thing is you probably wouldn't know it's that because here's how real this is right here for y'all. Y'all have probably already smoked GMO, non-GMO weed already and didn't even know it.
yeah. See, that's the thing.
Because this
Without
technology has
knowing
been
it, I'm sure.
this technology's been
But I don't know though.
2012
It's been-
or something. It's
yeah,
like
for a
7
minute.
or 8 years that they've been using this and working on it, and there are companies that I found that have used it.
So all the
Like big
all the
companies.
times when I got super anxiety and didn't get high, that was y'all motherfuckers.
But yeah, like that's the crazy shit about it is we've probably all had some GMO, non-GMO
Yeah,
weed
not know it.
without even realizing it because they've been doing this, basically trying to help the whole production situation and trying to get for like they've even figured out how they could literally grow a plant that has one terpene and one cannabinoid. So it's like, oh, I want to create CBG with limonene terpene. That's it. That's all I want to be in this plant. They can do that. That's
Fucking
nuts, huh?
Fucking
Like
nuts.
literally just like pinpointing like, oh, we want this and this. That's it. Take all the rest of that shit out of there. We don't want none of that shit to happen.
Damn.
Yeah.
Just give me some fire. Just give me some fire.
Shit is
That's
nuts.
it.
That shit is nuts. But yeah, so we got, the weed industry is on
They
it's
always
weird. It's in a weird place
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Decline though. They always on the
Yeah.
incline.
Oh, it ain't doing nothing but going up.
For sure. But it's just a weird thought. But yeah, there was really not a whole lot of shit that happened over the weekend. So that's all I have for articles. But I do
Seth
want
Rogen's weed company.
Yeah, we talked about that
Oh, that's
last.
right. Yeah,
about
yeah,
that last
yep.
weekend
Yeah.
or last
Okay,
week.
sick.
That shit's
Yep.
dope. I like Seth Rogen, and he's been saying, we were talking about this too, that if you go back, he's been talking about having his own brand and like own store or whatever, own weed since the Pineapple Express days.
Yeah, facts.
He literally he played that part and never left it. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's his
That
life.
was his
That's his
life.
real
Like
life.
he came out of that movie like, I'm never gonna stop being this person.
Yeah, you can tell that's what he was.
This is me.
They
I
must
like
have been
this.
smoking some real pack. Oh, here we go.
That
Oh, look at
shit's-
you! You
yep.
got that natural auto tune, bro.
That's what it is. That one needs to be restarted. We're down 4 mics, so that's what we got to rock with.
Technical difficulties. See, when you got your own podcast and you got a whole bunch of equipment and you got multiple things going on in this podcast room,
Shit
shit's
happens.
bound to fail.
And that's okay. Keep going.
Yep, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We rock either way.
Yeah, but so you two have actually both done interviews here on the How High TV channel.
You said who? Oh, us two.
Yeah.
I mean, the two that I'm looking at. 1, 2. But what was y'all's favorite? And y'all, either of y'all can answer. I don't really care. But what was y'all's favorite part about the interview process here at How High TV? Because I know that when you left, you definitely were super appreciative of just like the opportunity and just how it went. Yeah. And Tune too. I noticed. So what made it different? You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, his perspective is gonna be a little different because
That's what I said.
You were childhood friends, so
Facts.
Everything we talked about, you already knew. We've had these conversations 100 times. You know what I'm saying? So, but for me, like, I think you're good at asking questions, making people feel comfortable to answer them. Because a lot of that shit, bro, I would look at people and be like, bro, come on.
We ain't talking about this shit. He gets answers out of people, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I was saying too. Like when we left, I kept telling this fool it was probably one of the most in-depth conversation, or like because you actually did your research.
Yeah, I went and looked up. I went and tried to Google y'all.
It wasn't like we just pulled up, talked for a couple of minutes right before the interview.
Yeah, no.
Or like you heard a couple of things, like you actually like.
Word.
Did his homework.
Hell yeah. Word. Yeah, and that's what I was trying to do is just like I wanted to give people the opportunity to tell their story for real. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And not just be I didn't want it to look like it was just me trying to get content, right? Because of course I'm a content creator, so I'm always looking for content. Mm-hmm. But it's got to be good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's the one thing I had noticed and one thing that actually even scared me when I started doing the interview part of it, because you hear the non-success stories of the interviews. Like me and you, Eric, even talked about that shit before I started when we were talking about, and I brought it up, and you were just like, yeah, as long as you ask people the right questions, you know what I'm saying? You were real skeptical at first, and you were just like, as long as you get like a good interview, bro. Like I just don't want it to be like these little bullshit ones. Like he was straight honest about it.
Like he said, you was good at asking questions because you pull the answers out of people.
That's right.
Yeah, word. Hell yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, because it definitely is. It's one of those new sides of myself and even like my content creating abilities is the whole interview thing. So it was kind of cool to have both of y'all on here to be able to ask and see what the difference of opinion or similarities in opinions were. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's like the best part about it, because I keep hearing it, bro. You do your research and you're asking the right questions. So it makes me feel good to actually hear that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, all right, it's reaffirming that we're doing something positive, and it's and y'all like it. You know what I'm saying? Because I could tell, like, I won't name any names or anything, but like one of the interviews I saw with you, like you could tell it was just like so ran through, and it was just so quick, and like I got a lot of information that I was able to be like, oh, I can ask him and get him to dive deeper into these topics and these situations. But I could tell that you weren't feeling it, you weren't into it, and even when we had talked about it afterwards, like like you said, you were just like, bro, I'm appreciate that you just did your homework. You know what I'm saying? Because you could tell that you hated all the other interviews. Like I'm just gonna be honest. Like you could tell
most that interviews are like it wasn't generic questions.
Yeah, like you could tell.
Bro, see, for me, it's kind of like, I don't mean to sound crazy, but I'm a street nigga, bro. So for me, that shit feels like interrogation.
Facts.
Like, why you want to know so much?
So,
God
like,
damn.
Yeah, so like it just gives me anxiety like a motherfucker, bro. So I don't do interviews, bro. Like I only did that because this is my bro. Like.
Appreciate you.
Like, yeah, nah, I don't do that shit, bro.
I don't do that
unless it's like, like it's a good platform that could like, help me. I'm not gonna turn it down. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it just is weird, bro.
I feel you. No, I feel you, because when people ask me questions about myself, like I don't have a problem talking about myself, but I definitely will try to give you the short and cut, sweet version. Yeah. Rather than like the real like in-depth version. Like I don't mind talking. But I don't like, unless you ask and you're prying the questions out of me, I'm probably not gonna just like volunteer information. Yeah, no, for sure. Right. So I definitely get it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just dope. Where's Tune though, man? I was just getting ready to ask him something. I was like, he ain't here yet. Yeah. I was like, oh wait, nope, I can't ask that. But yeah, so what about the freestyle portion of it? Because we were just talking about it off camera. If y'all haven't seen the Derek Royce interview, go watch it. At the end, he actually does a little freestyle at the end that I actually appreciated and liked, because I knew that it wasn't some written shit. Like I caught him off guard with this shit via my dog Preacher over here. He threw me some information. I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna hit him with this at the right time. So right at the end of the interview, when I knew he was a little mentally exhausted from the interview, You know, we had to test his abilities and his skills, and he still showed up, in my opinion, because it was just straight off the dome. You could tell he was stumbling a little bit. He had to think for like a split second. I won't even say a whole second. It was like a split. You're like, all right, bet. Where's the beat?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, it was just like that. He was like, all right, where's the beat? We found a beat, and he just started rapping. So go check that shit out. But I wanted to ask you, you know, on camera, what did you feel about it, and why did you feel that way about it?
Well, I mean, you like I say, you know, you always gonna be your worst critic. So when I hear my shit, I'm like, oh damn, I could have went harder.
Well, of course,
but like you said, it's all in the moment. It's off the head. It's just whatever we feeling, we're talking about, and just go off that. You know,
people who are fans of you are gonna enjoy to go back and see that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
You know?
exactly. You know,
Facts.
That's something I had to understand as an artist, because like, bro, I went like on a crazy little thing and like deleted all my old music.
I was just gonna bring
I've been
that
rapping
up.
since like 2012, bro. Like,
Nah, I feel you. I've been doing this since 2010. I feel you.
So you know, but like everybody was on my helmet, bro. Like people were really mad at me.
Me, one of them.
Shit. Like people,
I didn't understand why he deleted a bunch of
people
shit.
in real life, but people that are just social media fans, shit, like they were mad, bro. And I was like, damn, bro, like I hate these songs, like that's, but they're mad. So I put them back up, and I had to realize like it's just a trail, bro. And after time goes by, they're gonna see it and be like, oh, that was
Exactly.
that time.
Because you know, people will come up and they'll be like, oh, he was an overnight success. But when you go and you do your research and you look, you're like, damn, okay, they was putting in work for
you
a
want them to
minute.
have that trail, you know what I'm saying, to go look at. Because if not,
breadcrumbs.
then it's like, what the fuck?
It's good for your documentary.
Yeah, and
There you go.
the thing
That's
that
right.
pissed me off, and why I got so upset, was because not only do I know him since, you know, childhood and shit, but you know, me and him weren't always super close. So like sometimes I would just watch my homies from a distance, and you become fans of your friends.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And I became a fan of his, where it was like, you know, there was songs I were on my fucking playlist on a regular. I listened to them. I knew the words to them. And then these motherfuckers are just gone. Hold up. Turner, where the shit at, bro? What did you just do? You know what I'm saying? Why did you delete
He's
that
like,
shit?
well, I mean, I could
it's
email
not
him
me
to
no
you.
more, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. It was still you, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still like the song, nigga. Like, why did you delete that shit?
Nah, you know, you know what person made me do it, nigga? When I got that call from 1,000 people, but I got it from my mom.
See?
She called me one day. Same shit everybody saying. She said, "Hey, I don't remember what song it was, but she's like, I'm trying to listen to this record on Spotify, and she's
Right,
like,
where is it at?
I can't find it." She's like, "Only thing on here is Heartbreaker," and I'm like, "Oh," I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "Mom, I took everything down," and she was like, "For real?" She was like,
Confused.
"Yeah." She was like, "Why would you do that?" She was like, "Those are our favorite songs." She's like, "I'm sitting here trying to show my boyfriend or some shit." I'm like,
You see this? This is what I'm saying. And it was
You
like,
never know. You never
don't.
know what's gonna
don't. And that
resonate
was,
with somebody.
and then when you go, like when I was looking at my my Spotify shit, I started seeing how much of those songs were actually like on playlists and shit, and now they're not. Like like, why the fuck?
And then
would
when
I
you
do
put
that?
them up, it's like you got to start over.
Start
almost.
over, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
because you lose all the
if
shit, but
you
the
got,
traction.
if you still got the same like the RCs or whatever the fuck
Mm-hmm.
the codes are, you can still start off with the same view count if you re-upload, but it ain't like gonna be playlisted.
Yeah,
gonna be-
it lost all its
it's
traction
gonna-
at
it's gonna
that
be a
point.
new link. So if you had any blog posts,
Right, it's lost its traction
what I
at
mean?
that
Like,
point.
That's where I fucked up, bro. Because I've been posted on so many major
I know.
blogs, bro.
I know.
And those links, if you go click on those
They
articles,
hit
the
dead.
songs are gone.
They hit
Yeah.
dead.
Damn.
Yeah, it just goes to a dead site. But I told you that I was like, bro, why? I was genuinely upset. Like for real. I really
But that's
did.
what we go through as artists.
It is. But it was one of those things where it was just like,
We sensitive about our shit.
I know. And see, and we had this deep ass conversation where he was just like, well, but you know, that's not me no more. It's not my sound and blah, blah. And that same conversation where you were talking about where you just said, or that comment you just said where it's like, you don't get to pick what is going to resonate with somebody. I had that same shit where I said that same shit to him, like, yo, but
just
it's not
was
your
hard,
decision.
Because I went from
Oh,
I
look.
went from like
Look, he showed up.
Hey.
Hey, we got him. He showed up right at towards the end of the show. We still here though. But what's up, bro? Sit down. We got Tune up in the house, man. Tune showed us a little early. I know, dog. It's a little early. We know. It's all good, pimpin'. How you doing this morning, man? We chilling, man. We're recording the show right now, but we're on live. This is the first live show as well. Yeah, so starting season 2, we will be doing members only live morning shows, so you'll be able to like tune in and watch it as we're recording it and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but yeah, how was your drive in, sir? Catch some traffic? No, not out. It's like, nah, but I'm feeling real good though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh yeah, we're down a couple mics, technical difficulties, so we'll have to pass the mic back.
How y'all doing this morning though?
We're chilling, man.
Chilling.
Yeah, I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It's Monday, but I woke up feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
It is what it is. You dig? So, and I wanted to ask you a question. See, now I'm pointing at you, and he's here now. I was about to ask you something you hadn't pulled up yet. I straight up looked up like, oh, he ain't even here yet.
I'm a ghost.
But from your interview experience here on MileHigh TV, I just wanted to kind of just hear from your perspective. What was that experience like? You know what I'm saying?
Fun.
Yeah, for sure.
It was dope. Honestly, I had a great time interviewing, bro. Like, it was comfortable. It was dope. Settings are dope. Like, it was
hell yeah,
good, man. And you asked some good questions, so it was dope.
Yeah, dope. Hell yeah.
So you did a good job, man.
Did you watch your interview yesterday?
Yes, I did,
bruh. When you started going off on that fucking Panera rant again, dog, I lost it. I was at home dying. You gotta.
I feel like I watched it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Bruh.
I feel like if you do an interview and don't like watch it, your own interview, you're a jackass.
Yeah,
bruh.
Or you're full of your shit. Or you're full of yourself.
Or you're full of yourself.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying. It's like, because there are people that do shit like, oh, I ain't watching. Fuck that shit. Like, bro, come on.
Yeah,
fuck out of here.
And if you say you didn't,
He said, well, what if you say something dumb?
And some people would say they don't watch it and they still watch it. And it's like, why you got a cap? Just if you did watch, just fucking. Some people like, no, I didn't watch it. I did watch it. What the fuck? Like, who cares?
I think
I like to go back because, like, as an artist, bro, I like to go back and study myself. I like to study my own
see where you came from and everything.
I like to study the way I move and speak everything, bro, and so I know how to control certain things. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
so
big facts.
I learned from that shit. So I'm gonna watch anytime I'm on camera. I'm gonna watch it. It don't matter if it's a music video, if it's a fucking Instagram post. If it doesn't matter, bro. If that shit's on camera, I'm watching it.
That's dope. I'm glad. I want to say, yeah, you commented on yours.
It's
you
our
commented
image.
on
It's our image, bro. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, that's
you.
That's us. That's what you gonna see first. So we want it
Facts.
to look good. We want it to be a good impression.
Cause like we're looking at it different.
I know. Well, that's why I asked y'all's opinion.
Everybody might be looking at that interview like, oh shit, that's dope. But I'm looking at it like, bro, fuck, I really like.
Yeah. Well, and that's why I wanted to ask y'all's opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because it's only as good as in my opinion, it's only as good as what y'all feel. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to capture the best of y'all. Like, and I was going to say, we still got to fucking get you back on to finish your goddamn story because you just do so much shit. You know what I'm saying?
You're going to need a couple days.
Right, yo, no, for real. He just got so much shit going on.
A couple of parts.
Bruh. But, you know, I wanted to be able to capture the best of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Up until that point. So that when we do continue to bring you back on, like I told y'all, like, people already know who you are. You know what I'm saying? They already know exactly what you're about. You know what I'm saying? What to expect from you. You know, like just like how when you watch a Vlad interview, there's certain people that come on that you already know what you're gonna get, like a Boosie interview.
Yeah, they regulars.
You know that Boosie about to say some crazy shit.
Yep.
You know, he every interview there's gonna be one or two memes.
On his face
right. Look, I'm telling you, you know that at least one or two memes is coming out of every Boosie interview, pretty much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just know what to expect from certain individuals because of the way that Vlad was able to capture them in the beginning. That's my opinion. If you go back to the very first Boosie interview or any of the first interviews of any person he brings up, the way that he gets their story from the start to that point and allows, you know, the viewer to actually learn something about this person and actually maybe find something in common or, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And to entice them to go further dive into and keep up with these people, I think is super dope. And then it allows for like a super return or a super dope return show or interviews after that, because then you don't have to necessarily get to know the person as much as you just get to talk to that person and let them be themselves.
Because it goes from a conversation about you to now it's like a conversation.
Now
like
we
this,
just
talking about current events.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm super happy that y'all showed up. You'll have to come. We'll have to do this again, and you got to be on time. So that, because I know you got some opinions. You know what I'm saying? You're a real opinionated person too. Like, we've had conversations, you know, way before, you know, even all of this came together. So I know how opinionated you are, and you know, you just have a lot to say. So I know with some of the topics we be talking about, you're going to sit there and go on some rants. So we got to get you back on over here. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Right. You know, Derek knows. Look.
I'm definitely down to come back, man. Like I said, like I do apologize, man. Like that studio session last night.
Oh, you straight, bro.
And then I had to work on my album cover or my well, the 151 didn't help, but I went home and then also from the studio I worked on my single cover for the song, and then I dropped it that night too. So I dropped it last night, worked on the cover,
Working.
recorded it, all that.
It's all good, bro. No, like I said, look, I've told y'all after the interviews, this is always the morning show is an open invitation for the most part. Like until it gets to the point where we got too many people trying to come at one time, like it's an open invitation. I do this Monday through Friday. You know what I'm saying? 6 a.m. sharp.
I'm gonna be in here next Monday.
Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? My dog Turner showing up. He down here every day almost. You know what I'm saying? So
I do that shit to keep me working.
And busy on camera and shit. I appreciate
it. If not,
I
would just be asleep or doing some dumb shit.
That makes sense. Not for real. I'm gonna just pop in on your ass and be like, yo, I'm gonna pop in.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what Preach did. He just literally hit me up and was just like, yo, you 6 a.m. tomorrow, right? Like, yeah. Cool. Yeah, I'm with it. Be here. You know what I'm saying? If you show up, you show up. If you don't, then we out.
We're gonna be here more than.
Yeah, just show up whenever you want to. Just let me know or whatever. That way, like I said, that's why I can make sure that we don't have too many people at one time or whatever. But for the most part, right now, it's really just Turner that shows up on a regular, and then we have this chick Ashley. Shout out to Ashley. She shows up on a random Thursday or Friday here and there. So yeah, I mean, I like this. Yeah,
I feel like it'll be especially like you said, like Thursdays and Fridays. I feel like it'll be a good like way to start your day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come here, start your day here.
It sets the tone for the day.
Exactly.
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
for me, I'm up. I go home, bro. I start fucking recording. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just stay up all day, get to it.
Keeps your energy up here.
Yeah.
Start up here, keep your energy up here all day.
Yep, for sure. And Eric knows, like, we've been doing this so much now, like, it's like a habit and it just feels good. Like, we sit here and laugh. You know what I'm saying? By the time I leave, I'm awake. I'm ready to take on the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? With a positive mindset. You know, I know it's helped him out a lot with just like waking up and just getting shit done in the mornings because he said it. And like you just heard from Turner. So like, this is just our vibe, bro. It's just,
bro.
Yeah, bro. It really is. And we get up and we talk about, you know, real shit. Like, we're not just bullshitting and talking shit. Like, we actually do have an opinion and we talk about real life shit that's going on. You know, all sorts of shit from TMZ stories to all the cannabis news and shit, you know, and talk about legalization and, you know, all sorts of random things. We can get your opinion on something right quick, right before we jump out of here, just so y'all can see what he's talking about. How do you feel about if the government was to oppose a cap on how much THC could be in your cannabis?
Like, flower-wise, like how much THC?
Literally, just across the board. Like, they've already capped edibles. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, in most markets.
I feel like if it did that,
let's say concentrates and flowers get added to that, where they start capping.
I feel like you just go back to the black market.
Why do we all say that? Look, hey, you know, one stone of mine is, you know, a great stone of mine.
I mean,
we all the same.
That just goes back to Prohibition era. That's why they made alcohol legal. That's why they made weed legal again. It's because they figured out, like, yo, they're going to do this shit anyways. And when the Prohibition was going down, motherfuckers was dying because they were like making bootleg liquor in their tub and shit, and it was killing people. So
facts.
They were like, we might as well regulate it and make it safe. So if I feel like they do that with the THC, well, it's legal now. Well, let's regulate the THC. Oh, well, now dealers are out here selling higher THC.
So like, you feel like it'll be like a situation of over-regulation, basically.
Yeah. And at the end
I
of the
feel
day,
that because
like,
if you think about it, if you go into a liquor store and you could buy moonshine and shit like that, that's, you know, 90 proof.
That's funny as fuck because actually speaking on that, yesterday when I went to buy that 151, so short story on 151, they discontinued it back in 2016, and I didn't fucking know this. And this is my favorite alcohol. It's like my favorite. It's just like it just has sentimental value to me, like, you know, just throwback.
Gotcha.
So I was at the liquor store the other day, and like, cause I just been going to liquor stores just looking for 151, you know, cause hoping that I could find one on the shelves. And I was at a liquor store yesterday, and they had like all this Bacardi and shit on the shelves, and I was like, they might have. Let me just ask the guy. So I asked the guy, and he was like, we actually got 8 bottles. So I was like, let me get all
random.
of them. And like in my head, when I was like, let me get all of them, I was like, is there a limit on how much alcohol I can purchase? Like in my head, because like normally buying weed, there's a limit on how much weed you can buy. And I was like, let me get all of them. And in my head, I was like, wait, can I get all of them? And he was like, all right, cool. And I was like, oh, I guess you can just buy the whole fucking liquor store.
I mean, you see motherfuckers come out with cases and shit.
Yeah, so like I guess you can buy the whole liquor store. So like, I guess with weed, they'll probably figure out the same thing. Like, yo, they're gonna get the weed anyways. So
yeah, for sure. And I mean, that goes with the whole thing. I mean, it's weird to say that they're gonna put a cap on THC percentages or how much can be in there when they're trying to raise the limit for how much you can purchase at the same time. Like here in Colorado, we might be able to purchase up to 2 ounces recreationally. So like we're right there. Like, and so it's such a weird kind of place to be in.
Like, why would I be able to get more weed that's less potent?
Right. It's crazy. Right. That's it doesn't make sense. Yeah. But yo, let's go ahead and we're gonna end this one off. I appreciate y'all for fucking showing up. Look, no, you can
I'll keep it.
I already knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Like he preempted. Got you, Eric, motherfucking ninja down there. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all showing up. You know what I'm saying? No matter how late you were, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? The appreciation's all the same, my friend. Definitely come back though. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to
next Monday for sure.
talk some more with y'all. Preach. You gotta. You know what I'm saying? Have a little bit more to say next time. I know it's early. You could tell you don't like to get up this early, do you? He said nah, because he walked in on a whole different energy. He was just like, damn. We got to do this.
He ain't a talker either.
That too. He had a little bit to say during y'all's interviews, though.
It's always a little bit, though.
Yeah, true that. Always. But it's like one of those moments where when he says something, it's
that's enough.
He likes to be behind the scenes.
Facts. Nah, big facts. Nah,
just work.
He's good. We're gonna do an interview of him though. We're gonna get him to open up one of these days too. But shout out to Turner. Shout out to Derek. Shout out to Tune. Shout out to Preach. Shout out to Eric and the Content Creation Studio. Shout out to everybody out there that's watching live right now. Make sure you hit that join button because if you want to continue to see these live shows like this early in the mornings, help jumpstart your morning, well, you got to be a member to do that starting season 2. We might go ahead and run this week on this little the way we're doing it now and today where you can just jump in, and then I'm going to switch this to members only after this live is put down. And then you'll be able to watch this show when we upload it again in a few hours, the edited version. So if you want to see all the bloopers and all the nonsense and mic changes and all the bullshit, make sure you're a member. It's funner that way, I promise you. And then shout out to all the sponsors, man. We got Habana Extracts, Crystal Leaves, High Grade Syrup. You dig what I'm saying? And there you my dog knows. And of course the Content Creation Studio. You know what I'm saying, with Jared, JD, Josh, and Eric. I put Josh and Eric together. That's you know what I'm saying. Y'all are a team. Yeah, y'all are a team. Fuck it. Fuck it. And if you haven't copped your merch, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and cop your merch. thatguymilehigh.com and get your Mile High apparel today. You dig what I'm saying? And make sure you're following everybody. I'll put all the links in the descriptions. Most of the time, all your IGs and shit are there most of the time. But I love y'all. There is no me without you. Always remember, live life high. Honest, intelligent, genuine, humble. Look stuff and remember, like, God damn it, I'm sexy. Y'all got anything else to say?
Gang.
Whole lot of gang shit. Boom.